Hello friends! I am so awkwardly excited about this video. Let me just give you a little bit of history as to when my planner journey started. It was a crisp fall day in September of 1997, and I was starting 8th grade at Beverly Hills Middle School in Huntington, West Virginia. I had just moved there about 4 months prior from San Diego, California. And if you're thinking, whoa, that's quite a culture shock, you are not wrong. At all. But here I am now, decades later, back in Huntington after some time away, and I love it. Anyway, Beverly Hills issued a paper planner. It was an 8.5 by 11 spiral bound planner, and I had never had a planner before. And when I tell you that changed my entire life, I am not exaggerating. That is not hyperbole. I love a planner. And through the years, I have been a paper planner girly. Every year, painstakingly researching and picking out the planner that will be my next year's planner. So stressful. And the last paper planner that I had was COVID year. And it was from the company Bando, BAN.DO. Oh, love their planners. If I was still a paper planner girly, I would be purchasing those every single year. I love the aesthetic. They're great. Highly recommend. But when COVID started and I was staying home and everything went online and everything went crazy, my planner just kind of went untouched and I became a digital planning girly, which I never thought was going to happen. And although now I can't shake the digital planning because so convenient, I can update my Google Calendar and my to-do list on my phone when I'm just out and about. Wow, what a revelation. I have seriously been missing the feeling of being creative with paper. So this year I decided 2026, we're bringing back paper. We're still digital planning. Our calendar is still a Google Calendar. I still use Notion for my weekly and daily planning of my entire life and all of my lists. But this year, I have incorporated a bullet journal. So although it's not a planner, it's a bullet journal. And it's roughly the same. I mean, it's not at all. It's actually not at all. But I just wanted to walk you through it because I'm so excited about it and I just wanted to show you. So let's take a walk through, shall we? Okay, so here she is. This is the Paper Age, I believe 160 page bullet journal. I've used my handy dandy brother label maker to print my name. And then this is a fortune from a fortune cookie. Obviously it's not much of a fortune. It's more of a nice thing to keep in mind, but I love it. Practice gratitude for the simple things. And I have pasted it on here with just a glue stick. And then I used my acrylic paint pens. I'll link these below because they're amazing. And then I had this Blanco glass sticker that I didn't know what to do with. And I love this company, Blanco Glass. If you've not heard of them, they are based in Huntington, West Virginia. And they make amazing glass things. And then I had these stickers. These are Marshall University mascot buffaloes. So I added them there. So cute. This page, I took a piece of artwork that my 10-year-old made years and years ago, and I just cut it out and pasted it in here. And I love it because it was just kind of sitting there and I wasn't displaying it like I should. And this is just giving it a new life. And I get to see it every day when I open this. And this is something that I heard it might have been a Gabby Bernstein video. I am guided, I am protected, I am taken care of. Everything is working out for me. I just thought that was something that would be nice to look at every day. And then this is a picture that I cut out of a magazine and I loved it so much. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just held on to it for a while. And then I thought, I need to include create more stuff because that's kind of my motto for 2026. Create more stuff, whether it's this, whether it's YouTube videos, just anything to be creative. And then I use those same acrylic pens just to go around the edge and make it a little nice. And I'll probably add more to this later, but for right now, this is good. Here I have just a post-it of things that are coming up that I'll want to make spreads on, mostly experiences. 1776, I'm assistant directing a production. Beach Week, of course, a trip that I'm going on for work. Let me also jump on here to say that this is not so much a planner as it is a year in review. So I want to be able to make one of these each year and be able to look back on 2026 and see all of the things that I did, that I'll show you, like highlights, gratitude, all of that stuff, and have just like a one-stop shop for 2026. And it's small enough, these books are small enough to where I can just, have one for each year and it not take up so much space that it overwhelms me because, clutter, I can't. Back to the book. So basically these are just reminders of things that I will want to save space for in my book. And then I have the index. I don't know if I'll actually keep this because it feels kind of pointless. I don't need to know what page my daily doodle is on. It doesn't matter. So honestly, this will probably be covered up with a collage of some sort, just something fun. I saw this idea from another YouTuber. It's just a year. I think she has it as a year at a glance. But I thought it was nice so that I can kind of highlight the days that I have things going on so that I just can see in one glance all the cool stuff that happened that year. Here is my goals page. I'm still working on this page, but I like the way it started. And let me start off by saying, this is my first time using this handwritten font, and you'll see it throughout this book, and I'm pretty proud of it. I am pretty proud of it. I've done bubble letters before, but this is more of like a groovy bubble letter, and I really freaking love it. So my health goals, this is really health and wellness because I just want a strong, healthy, flexible mind, body, and spirit. So that includes lifting 3 to 4 times a week, daily stretching, journaling, yoga, love yoga with Adrienne, 70,000 steps a week. So that is 10,000 steps a day, but I'm not going to berate myself for not getting 10,000 steps a day. I'm going to spread it out to just make it a goal of 70,000 steps for the week so it can even out. And honestly, even that is a big ask. And then taking my vitamin D and collagen supplements. Goal of reading 80 books. This year I read 77, I think. 77 or 78. So 80 is reasonable. Financial goals, pay off mortgage. How it's going to happen, I don't know. Boo. Fully fund my Roth Fidelity account. I think the max is 7,000 or 7,500. We're going to do it. For the first time, we're going to do it. How? Know by year, YouTube monetization. Who knows how much people actually make on YouTube, but I guess we're going to find out. All extra cash on the mortgage, especially from my know by year, and then maybe I'll try to sell an app. I don't know how that works, but we're going to try. And then YouTube, monetize the channel, weekly know by updates, vlogs, tutorials, DIY, stuff like that. And then we have our lifting tracker. So this, I did the months across the top, and then I did 31 days, and then I blocked out the months that didn't have 31 days. And I'm just going to use, I love a rainbow. So January will be all red. And so far I've lifted, yesterday was the 3rd. Today I feel like my bod is 100 years old. So won't lift today. I'm going to try for every other day. I think that's reasonable. And I've been doing the Caroline Jervin Iron series, which I will link below because it has changed my whole life. I love it. She is amazing. Her program's amazing. If you have any other program recommendations, let me know, but she's the GOAT. And then I have my weekly steps tracker. So I'm, again, doing it by the week. So I have 52 little slots here. And this is just a sliver of the artwork from my son that happened to fall off. And I was like, oh, look, I can just glue that in because it's beautiful. So we'll see. I mean, week 1 is not, we did not hit 70,000. I will just tell you that. We did not. And I don't know if I'm going to keep up with this because this requires me to record my steps every single day and then add them up. And I just don't know that that's sustainable. So I might end up going over this page with a clean piece of paper and making something else on it. Mortgage payoff, this one I'm excited about. I've been wanting to do this for so long. So I'm gonna zhuzh this up more, but for right now, I have made 123 little bricks and each one is $1,000. So until we get to the paid off mark, we are gonna hustle, my friends, we are gonna hustle. And luckily with my last mortgage payment, it brought us down into the 122, high 122s, but still we're at a 123. So I colored in the 123. And I had nothing planned for this page, but I thought maybe I can do a nice little collage because you know I love that. Not finished with it yet, but this was a card that my mom sent to one of my boys and it's so nice. And so I just cut out the house and it had a little working door. So I found a picture of a squirrel or a chipmunk or whatever that is and put it in there. And then I cut out these from the Amazon Christmas magazine and I painted the door with acrylic paint pens. And then I'm just working on building this up. Then we have YouTube, again with this font, I love it. And so I'm just keeping track of the metrics because you can't measure what you don't track. So I have each month along the side here, and then I have spaces for the number of times I upload, my number of subscribers, the change in the subscribers, whether plus or minus, number of views, watch time, likes, shares, and then average watch time to see how much of these videos people are actually watching because I know they're long. And my goal is a silver play button, which I believe is 100,000 subscribers. We are at nearly 2,000, so just 98,000 to go. Tell your friends. And then I have this one, which of course I'm going to zhuzh up some more things to do instead of consume. And this page just randomly fell out, so I used washi tape. And I really like this washi tape. I have a couple different kinds, but this one is way more sturdy, so I'll link it below if I remember. But things that I can do instead of consume. And when I say consume, I mean eating stuff that I'm not really hungry for. I just want something to do. Playing games on my phone, things that are just not productive and don't help me achieve any sort of goal whatsoever. So journal, garden, I love gardening. Learn a song on the guitar, which is something I would like to do, but I just do not dedicate enough time to it. Work out, stretch, meal plan, declutter, clean something, paint rocks, read, sew, sing, learn a dance, make a video, paint a wall, which is my favorite way to procrastinate, draw, finish a project, 10-minute ab workout, yoga. I'm sure I'll add more to this, but for right now, that's what we have. This might be my favorite spread. This is all the books that I'm reading in 2026. So far, it's the 4th today, and I have read On the Road by Jack Kerouac, and I am almost finished with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This has, I think, 82 or 83 books already in here. I can always add more down here or here if I happen to be a very aggressive reader this year. I love this spread because I started out just drawing these, but then I didn't love the way they looked, so I used magazines and like cut out the pots and made the pots. And then this crystal ball I cut out. I think this is from a Disney magazine. Most of this is probably from a Disney magazine. Did the pots here, and then I did these 3 crystals, which I love. This is from the Epcot golf ball. And then I have this page. This is my January highlight of the day. And so I thought it would be fun. I saw this spread on Pinterest to make a line for each day and make sure that I take the time to think about what the highlight of my day has been for each of these days. And I'll have one of these throughout for every month. Then I have a doodle a day. I don't know why I did this. Other than I saw it on Pinterest and I thought that looks fun, like when it's all filled in. So far in January, we have a New Year confetti cannon, a dumbbell, and a Stussy. Leave a comment if you used to make these in all of your notebooks. I sure did. So a doodle a day. And then we have this 2-page spread for a class that I'm teaching at Marshall University starting in a week or so. a musical theater workshop class, so excited about that. I'm going to use this to write out the title of the show and the songs and who's going to sing each song. And then I'll probably have a checklist over here of when the songs have been fully staged so that I can have the pleasure of marking things off, and then having some important dates of, dress rehearsal, performance, Here I have my net worth tracker, and I'm just covering up December's numbers for privacy, but I have my estimated home value, which is on Zillow. Who knows if that's accurate? If there's a better way to figure that out, let me know. And then my mortgage balance, my 401k and Fidelity accounts, my high yield savings account, and then finally my estimated net worth based on those very crude calculations. But it's just fun to, see this number go up, hopefully. So that's it. There she is, folks. I am so excited about this. I spend time each morning. I'll make my coffee and I'll sit here with my journal and I will just fiddle with it. I just think it's so special and it's so personal to me. And at the end of the year, I'm just going to have a whole archive of 2026 and I'm so excited. I really look forward to putting a book in my ear and just working on my journal. That's what I enjoy doing. So let me know in the comments, are you a journaler? Do you have videos about you bullet journaling or junk journaling? I would love to see them. If you want to share links to any spreads that you particularly enjoy and you think I would enjoy, I'm all ears. I want to see them. I hope you have an awesome day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.